What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this one, we have the island full of Indian military secrets. Before we dive into this video, if you guys happen to enjoy, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up. Let's find out where the secrets are being held.
This is India, and this is the Indian Ocean, where New Delhi has recently established one of its most important military bases on a foreign, remote island that few have even heard of. Located near one of the world's busiest waterways, this island holds immense geopolitical significance. The base, equipped with a massive airstrip and jetty, can host large military aircraft and naval warships, making it a launch pad for operations across the farthest reaches of the ocean. Over the last decade, China has increased its presence in the Indian Ocean through its String of Pearls strategy. In response, India's Necklace of Diamonds strategy is already very well known for countering China's ambitions. But this newly completed island base, launched just last year, has dramatically expanded India's reach to the farthest areas of the Indian Ocean. The strategic importance of the Indian Ocean has only grown in the modern era. Alfred Thayer Mahan, the U.S. Navy admiral, predicted this over a century ago when he stated, "Whoever controls the Indian Ocean will dominate Asia. The destiny of the world will be decided on its waters." Today, this prophecy rings truer than ever before. So why does this island matter so much? And how does this fit into India's larger strategy to counter its biggest rival? Before we continue, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon for the latest updates.
Dang, that's a good. So whoever controls the Indian Ocean will be the ruler of China. So at this moment, who would you guys say is in control of the Indian Ocean? Would you say India or would you say China? I know that China has a stronger navy. Yeah, they have a stronger navy than India. But India, it seems like their strategy of the String of Diamonds, or the Necklace of Diamonds, is a bit better than the String of Pearls. So who would you guys say is in control of the Indian Ocean right now?
It is free for you, but means a lot to you. The Indian Ocean, stretching from the western shores of Africa to Southeast Asia, has long been one of the most critical regions in the world. From as early as the 3rd century BCE, the Indian Ocean trade routes connected Southeast Asia, India, Arabia, and East Africa, creating a thriving network of trade and culture. Today, it serves as a lifeline for global trade, with over 80% of the world's maritime oil shipments passing through its choke points like the Strait of Malacca, the Strait of Hormuz, and the Bab el-Mandeb. The Indian Ocean holds massive deposits of natural resources, including nickel, cobalt, iron, copper, gold, and titanium, majority of which are yet to be exploited to the full. In 2017, Indian Ocean economies contributed 35% of global iron production, 18% of gold, 17% of proven oil reserves, and nearly 28% of natural gas reserves. This explains why the Indian Ocean has been a theater of great power competition for centuries. From the colonial empires of Britain and France to the Cold War rivalry between the United States and Soviet Union. In the past 50 years, the region has mostly been dominated by India, France, the US, and the UK. Western powers like France, with its base in Reunion Island, and the US and the UK, with a joint military base on Diego Garcia, continue to maintain a strong presence in the region. India, geographically at the heart of the Indian Ocean, has historically been the predominant power, largely within its immediate sphere of influence.
I feel
its
that.
peninsular shape and historical ties to this region.
So you feel like India, for the most part, has been the one in charge of the Indian Ocean for so long. It's been them at the top dog.
Give it a natural advantage as a maritime power. Yet, this position is increasingly under threat. Over the past 2 decades, more countries have started looking at the Indian Ocean as a strategic zone. As a growing economic and military actor, China has invested heavily in countries in Asia, Europe and Africa through its Belt and Road Initiative, aiming to increase its geopolitical influence. In the Indian Ocean, this strategy is mirrored by the String of Pearls, a network of military and commercial outposts designed to secure Beijing's trade routes and regional influence. Key outposts like Gwadar in Pakistan, Hambantota in Sri Lanka, and Djibouti in East Africa encircle the region, giving China unprecedented reach into India's backyard. With Chinese warships increasingly patrolling these waters, the balance of power is shifting, but not in India's favor. But there's one part of this region that China has focused more on in the recent years, and that is the southwest of Indian Ocean near the Mozambique Channel. China has gained control of key ports like Mombasa in Kenya and Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, extending its influence across the African continent. These locations, close to the vital Mozambique Channel, provide China with strategic footholds near one of the world's busiest maritime trade routes.
I was about to ask why that channel is so important, but I guess we got the answer to that. So, I mean, China is absolutely trying to spread their influence as far as they can possibly get it. And it seems like they're definitely trying to dominate the Indian Ocean, for sure.
The growing importance of this region, India has for years been searching for a location for a military base in the region. In 2015, India signed an agreement to construct a logistic facility for refueling and repair of ships on the Assumption Island of Seychelles. However, the plan fell through due to local opposition and political hurdles. However, luckily for India, it could look to Mauritius and its remote island of Agalega for a strategic base. Satellite imagery by Maxar Technologies revealed the construction began in 2019, and by 2021, India constructed a 3,000 meters long airstrip and a large jetty on the island. The jetty can host naval vessels, allowing India to refuel, resupply, and monitor maritime activity in these waters. The long airstrip is designed to accommodate large military aircraft, including the P-8I Poseidon, which specializes in maritime surveillance and anti-submarine warfare. The military version of Boeing 737 is equipped with cutting-edge radar, sonar systems, and long-range missiles, making it a formidable asset for monitoring vast oceanic areas and neutralizing underwater threats. In recent years, India has acquired more than a dozen P-8I aircraft from the United States, and some of these could be operated from Agalega Island. This can help monitor vital trade routes, track submarines, and gather critical intelligence across the Western Indian Ocean.
So they're making sure, although China got their footholds in East Africa, and they got that Mozambique Channel, it seems like they definitely got that. We making sure that y'all ain't getting too much influence out here. We making sure that y'all don't get too much control out here. So by us putting a military base here, we can keep an eye. We can patrol. We can make sure y'all ain't doing what y'all ain't supposed to do. We try to keep y'all in check.
Facilities make Agalega an essential hub for intelligence gathering and launching pad for operations, significantly enhancing India's capabilities in the Indian Ocean. What makes this island important is its strategic location. Positioned in the southwest Indian Ocean near the Mozambique Channel, one of the busiest maritime routes in the world, it allows India to monitor this key waterway through which a lot of international shipping passes. The channel's importance lies not only in its role as a trade artery, but also in its vulnerability to piracy and illicit activities, making its security essential for global commerce. Additionally, these developments enhance the capabilities of the Mauritian Defense Forces, safeguarding their interests in the outer islands and reinforcing regional stability. On the 23rd January 2025, the Indian Navy concluded a massive hydrographic survey covering over 25,000 square nautical miles of Mauritian waters. The newly prepared nautical charts and survey data handed over to the island nation will help Mauritius to develop its maritime infrastructure and coastal development efforts. This is a proof of India's close ties with Mauritius, strengthened by shared cultural and historical ties. With a significant Indian diaspora in Mauritius, The two nations have built strong ties over decades, making them natural partners in the region. Often referred to as India's gateway to Africa, Mauritius has been a key partner in trade, defense, and regional security. Standing true to this, Agalega serves as a bridge for India's outreach to Africa. As African nations play an increasingly important role in global trade and politics, India's ability to strengthen ties with the continent through economic and security cooperation becomes critical. Agalega is not an isolated project, but a critical component of India's larger geopolitical strategy in the Indian Ocean region. It complements India's Necklace of Diamonds strategy, which serves as a counter to China's String of Pearls. This involves developing key outposts across the region, including the Duqm port in Oman, Chabahar port in Iran, Lakshadweep and Andaman Islands, Sabang port in Indonesia, and the Changi port in Singapore. In addition, India's radar and listening stations in Seychelles, Mozambique, the Maldives, and other regional locations form a surveillance net, enhancing India's ability to expand its sphere of influence. The countries hosting these radars also...
India gonna make sure that China ain't going out of control. And they, as great as strategic spots China has, India also has very major strategic points. So it's like, it's a game of chess. It's a game of chess right now. And nobody's hit checkmate just yet.
So benefit, as they can keep a closer eye on piracy, illegal fishing, and smuggling operations that might take place in their waters. We've just discussed how Agalega Island fits into India's larger geopolitical strategy. But as I mentioned earlier, this is just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. But there's another key outpost that play a much bigger role in expanding India's sphere of influence. So check out this deep dive video on how India's geopolitical moves are proving to be more important than ever before.
Y'all talk to me in the comment section what y'all think. Do y'all think there's been a checkmate yet? Or is there more strategic spots for each of these countries to try to get? That's all we have. If you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and check out the next one. I'll see y'all next time.